And so at that point, what I would see is now 60, 70 people would stand up the next time I asked and be talking about what they experienced. Because now I've got their attention. And in 20 minutes, I would have them, see, I would sit them down in groups of 3. And in 20 minutes, I would have, you know, probably 95, possibly the entire room would all be getting signals.
Okay.
At that point. And then they would go home afterwards and they would never think about it again. That's what they do, you know?
Yeah.
They had a miracle and that was great. What's for breakfast? You know, what do we do today? What's the next thing? And so in order to keep them going, they would have to start helping people. This is a lot like AA.
Okay.
You know,
that I identify with.
Yeah. Well, that's what they would have to do. See, they would have to start helping people. And that would keep them going. And also, if they met, you know, every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday to begin with and had 3 meetings a week, that would keep them going. And so on. Or if they met once a week, that would keep them going and so on, you know. So there are ways to keep, but otherwise they just walk away and forget about it, and then they get cancer and they die.
I have forgotten something, but I can't exactly now remember what it was. I also said to him. But I had to more or less tell all the things that I had experienced for him to be able to relate to me and open up.
Yeah.
And then he trusted me enough that I knew what I was talking about before he would, we could test. That's what happened. I had to tell him that God, God was love, nothing but love. Never any judgment. Judgment isn't there with God. It's with yourself, not with God. That's what kind of things I told him.
Well, sounds like you're a minister.
Oh, help.
This is World Harmonic Unified Ministers, after all. So you're one of the ministers.
Yeah, I belong here. I belong there.
I hereby ordain you. You're now ordained. You're an ordained World Harmonic Unified Minister. You've got the talent. You know, you can help people.
Yes, I can, and that is true. And I was very happy. We had a lot of things happen afterwards.
Well, I guess is it possible, Mr. Barnes, that I'm just trying too hard?
Yeah, it is. And let me know, like, you know, within the next few days what you've done and how it's going, okay?
I will do that.
Keep me posted, one way or the other. Keep me posted.
I will do that. And I thank you for ringing me back.
Okay. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Thank you much.
Okay, bye.
Bye now.
Why did you want to meet with Robert and help him start getting signals when he couldn't get signals? You never met him. I mean, this was a complete stranger.
I know. I hadn't met him. I saw him. I'd seen him on the videos there.
Yeah, I put a movie of him up. That's right. So you saw the movie and...
He looks nice. And yeah, when I saw the movie and he said he couldn't connect, I thought, well, I have no trouble connecting people. And I, of course, blurted that out.
Right.
And I thought, okay. And then you mentioned to me, oh, you can contact him if you want to. I thought, well, okay.
Yeah, I gave you his Skype address. That's right. Okay. So why did you want to help Robert start getting signals and cure this Epstein-Barr virus that he has? Why did you want to do that for him? He was a complete stranger. You never met him.
That's it. And he couldn't do it for himself. He'd been trying. Oh, it's something I know. I have been trying for so long. So I knew a little bit what he was going for.
So it took you a long time to connect at first, years ago.
Oh, yes.
8 years ago. You started 8 years ago, and you said we're telling me it took you months to connect.
Yes, it did. And I had to go through a whole lot of stuff before I could connect. All ideas I had, all belief systems I had, all fears I had, what was going to happen, that type of thing. So I could relate to that. And that's probably why.
You could relate to it.
Yes.
Yeah. You were there. You'd been there.
Yes, I've been there.
You know, somebody once said that a guru is just somebody who has walked the path that you're walking.
Yes.
A spiritual teacher is somebody who's already been down the path that you're traveling.
Yes.
And you're a spiritual teacher.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wow. Okay.
And Robert succeeded. So tell me, and also you had several sessions with him, which you just also decided you wanted to help him cure this disease, this Epstein-Barr chronic fatigue syndrome that he has. And that your last session with him was yesterday, right?
Yes, I had one session before. That took 2.5 hours, but a lot of talking.
And yesterday, tell me about the session you did with him yesterday.
After having a real nice conversation earlier with Nel, I honestly think there's been something that my spirit or my soul, or however you want to put it, has searched for a long time. Something that I could do for people, and I think this is it.
Oh, great. Well, I want to hear about how you've managed to get the signal when you were on that first conversation with Nel. How did you break through? Tell me the story. Like, what happened? How did it start?
Well, we just spent about 10 minutes or so just kind of talking back and forth, just sort of getting to have an idea of who we were and that sort of thing. And we just were talking, really, and we tried the, can I cure diseases? And I didn't get anything.
Right.
And then I don't remember what was said, and all of a sudden my right hand just started to twitch. In fact, I don't know if you can see it.
Uh-huh.
Can you see my hand right now?
Yeah, just move it closer to your face. Look at your screen, and you'll see, like, if you can see it. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if you can see my thumb.
Yeah.
That's what it started. It started as my thumb.
Oh, I see.
But then, if I put my fingers together like this, all I have to do, I'm just sort of thinking about the question she asked, and it starts. But then we started going through some other questions, and before I knew it, it was not only my right hand, but my left hand was also bouncing, sitting next to me.
Uh-huh.
And then we went back and forth, asked a couple of questions, and all of a sudden I get this electrical rush that started right at the back of my neck, went clear down my spine, down both hands and down both feet.
Wow.
It's like somebody took a cattle prod and popped me right behind the head.
Whoa! What was it?
I don't know how else to describe it other than that.
Was it a good feeling?
Yeah, it was spectacular. and I said to her, the last time I had felt anything like that was when I was in the hospital back in July. And a young lady that was taking me to my room right after I left the ER, she said, I have this need to pray with you.
Uh-huh.
She says, I don't know why. When Nel and I were talking the other night, and we went through a lot of different questions and such, and I found out many of them I would get signal in both hands. We worked on eliminating the Epstein-Barr virus that I have.
Right.
Worked on that a good long time. Went through all the bodies.
Okay.
At length.
Uh-huh.
And when we were finished,